find working within dentistry can be overwhelming, challenging, and often draining? Do you feel lost and unsure where to go? Yet, you want to achieve your best and do your best. What would finding your world of dentistry make you feel? What would feeling fulfilled and inspired every day give you? What would the experience being rewarded and appreciated for what you do make you feel? What would working with a team that is inspired, together, and consistent give you? What would that step-by-step growth to limitless brilliance, day by day, in every way, no matter who you are or what you do, make you achieve? Because that is what we want, to help you find your growth. Because your brilliance is limitless. We want to do this because we care. We want to connect you to the right people who share the same hunger, the same pillars, and the same willingness to support you in your journey and celebrate your success. We want to help you define a pathway for your next stage of limitless brilliance. We want to give you the capability and skill through the power of learning, through both our huge online library of resources and the hands-on courses. We want to give you the ability to find the right place to truly unleash your potential and express your excellence. We want you to pause, reflect, and transform because we care. We want your business and team to grow. We want you to retain your teams for the long term. We want every member of your team to achieve their limitless brilliance. We want your team to contribute to the success of your practice and business because we care. We want to do this for dentistry every day, day after day, making sacrifices for the growth of the profession because we care. We want to provide support to the Tubules Foundation to build schools worldwide for the greater good of humanity because we care. Whatever we do, your growth, your team's growth, the well-being of the profession and the greater good is at the heart of what we do. It's not about us. It's about your path to limitless brilliance, day after day, because we care. And with that, we warmly welcome you.
Dear partner company, thank you very much for your time. First, a big thank you for all your support to Dentinal Tubules in whichever form you've done it over the last few years. And it's because of what you do. You're part of the family. We never call you sponsors, we call you partners because we want to work with you. And I'm really grateful for everything you've done to help us advance the cause of inspiring and helping dentistry grow. As part of this, we did thank you and said we will give you the partner page. It has taken a lot longer than we had planned, but we have got there. Talking of having got there, I would also like to thank the companies who have agreed to be part of the Dentinal Tubules Congress 2023. It seems like this might be the biggest and boldest one so far, and I'm glad you are part of it. For the companies that have not yet made the decision, think about it because there's perhaps a handful of spaces left. We have 250 delegates already booked, and I expect that this is going to be the biggest Congress ever. We probably are expecting another 100 delegates to come in. The most important part about it is you're part of the Tubules family. You're there in front of the delegates for the next those 2 or 3 days, not just at your stands when they walk by, but in the hotel, face to face in the lift, face to face in the corridors, face to face at the parties. You have opportunities to network with our delegates, to talk to them, and to be able to really build those relationships that we hope will help you get there with getting all sorts of positive outcomes with them. It's not just an event, it is long term what it delivers for you. So we hope you get there. In the same way, the partner page did take us a while, but we are there and we will get more things done for you. And it's still work in development because more and more features will come through. But at least I thought now we've got your page going, I can show you some of the key features of it and really what we can do. So they go to menu and partners section, and there you will see all the partners. Now at the moment they're featured in an alphabetical form with some random ones for some reason, but we are developing a very complex technology where the more you're involved with tubules, your box will go higher up. This is work in progress, but in the meanwhile, your partner page is good to go and ready to be built. Now, I'm going to use the Dynamo partner as an example. Now, when you go in the partner page, there are various things you can do. But first, you want to go in and click on these three dots on the top right here and edit the organization. You can change the partner name to what you want. You can upload your logo so it appears on that square of the front pages you saw. But you can also upload a banner image, and the banner image will appear in this green area across here at the top. So you can actually brand and color the page to your brand colors. You can then put a description of what your partner page is, the contact details, all of that. You can actually go into the settings and choose how you want the visibility, and you can add the names of editors there. So, you might have a username, but you want to add other people who can edit it. You can do that. You can enable or disable discussion panel in your partner page. If you enable it, people can add comments. You can add comments, create a community. And obviously it is published at the moment, so your choice. And of course, there are so many customers, users, delegates who have used your services, maybe bought your products, maybe been on your courses. You can actually add testimonials. At the moment, we don't have video testimonials, but you can do text form and upload their images so it appears on the partner page. That's a good place to start. Now that gets your partner page ready. We have this area called faculty. Now, if you're an education partner, you can add instructors as people who teach on your faculty. But if you're a commercial company, you can actually add your team on there so that Tubulites can get to know you. You can add your sales team, team on the road, team in the office, whatever you want, really. It's a really nice way for people to get to know you. So, adding instructors, you can either link them to your user account so that every member of your team's name can appear there, or you can add it as separate if they're not Tubules members. By the way, all partners and your companies, you can also, all your team get complimentary membership to Tubules. You can add their bio, and that's such a nice way to establish some kind of connection with people who come across your partner page. The other bit you can do, and I didn't do here, but I think if I show you, when I edit the partner page and go into the settings, I can enable discussions. And now if I view my partner page, you see discussions. And here you and your followers can start adding discussions and create conversations. That brings more traffic to your partner page. If you do run any courses, you can create courses. Now, I will show you how this is really powerful as a functionality on your partner page. It's better than things like Eventbrite because it allows you to create a lot more. Firstly, this is an event we had perhaps a few weeks ago, but you can create the whole description. In the description, you can add videos, embed videos, you can put PowerPoints, you can do so much to make it look snazzy. And then people who come in, they can actually book straight in here. Or if it's fully booked, well, add them to the waiting list. Now, the really brilliant part about this is people on your course can also have their own discussion area if you've enabled it, if you've disabled it or not. But the best bit is when they come on your course, you can put this QR code up, delegates simply scan it, and their CPD certificate goes into their Dentinal Tubules PDP automatically. which means they can just go and download the certificate and it's co-branded. So it has your brand, our brand together, both logos. So it's a partner code, so partnered. We've allowed you to facilitate it through Tubules, and you have conducted the course. Not only that, but you can then go into the manage area, and when they've done it, you can download the survey, so you have the feedback immediately available. The other things you can do is as people come along to book the course, you can see who's booked it and when they've booked it. You can even click on this button and choose the people you want to connect with and send them all a message. So you can do a full messaging system for everyone coming on your course, for example. So how useful is that? Together with certification, discussions, this means that your course has a lot more powerful functionality. Not only that, if they haven't enrolled yet, they can do all that. But not only that, the other thing about the courses is that when you do create a course, I'll just show you that in a moment, and I can take you through details of how to do these things. The course that's created on your partner page under the Tubules banner is automatically quality assured by us because it's coming through Tubules. This means if you do it on Eventbrite, someone still needs to quality assure it, but this means that it's there and it's to the right audience, the dentist, rather than having to market it. You can then add all the bits of your course. You can add it as a single or multiple units. This is the other thing, because you can either do it as a face-to-face course, or you can do it as an online course, or you can do it as multiple units. Now, you might have some way in which you want to show how to use a product in a clinical setting that you think will be useful education for dentists. Then you can actually do it here as an online course. When you create the course, you can add videos, you can do rich text media, PDFs, you can add multiple units, you can create a modular course, all sorts of things you can do. You can actually make an in-person course. So when you go on the details, you go actually, rather than online, I want to end date and create something that's face-to-face. You can then create the e-commerce. If it's inactive, people enroll for free. If it's active, you can put a fee on there. In terms of fees, whatever fee you put on, the Dentinal Tubules has to add 20% VAT. So that's actually deducted from the fee. So when you create a fee, just add that on. And our commission normally is 10% to be able to fund all of these things working through. You can then add certification. So if you want to give CPD certificates, you can even do things like pass tests and adding questions and everything else through there. And ultimately, you can even add categories and goals. Now, this is the clever part, and I'll show you in a minute. But all of these things, you can add capacity, the usual measurements. These goals are really cool because this is where covert, directed, specific marketing happens with your course. So when you add a learning goal, it gets into the recommended section of the user's PDP. Let me show you. So if I go into my PDP, and I go in there and click in goals and activities. And let's assume I say one of my learning goals was crown lengthening in perio, right? Now this is my learning goal. And when I click on recommended activities, you'll see not only is the Tubules online CPD showing, but it shows the Congress, it shows the partner courses. Now this is the most brilliant part here, is that I can click on this. Okay, this partner course is old and it should be in previous recommended. We're working on that. But if you click on that, it can take it straight to one of your courses where somebody can book it. How cool is that? Now that means that actually your courses you put on Tubules go straight in to the right inboxes, the right PDPs, where people can go and really just book them through. And when the courses are booked in, you can go into that course, click on the manage area. You can see who is booked, who hasn't booked, all these. You can filter it by who's on the waiting list, who's been invited, who's enrolled, who's certified, who's completed the CPD. All of this can be done. So it's a real powerful way of delivering things. So your about page, your faculty page, your courses section, your discussion, and finally, I'm two by the things. Your partner page has a blog section. We call it a blog section, but actually it means you can put any kind of PR out there. You know, you can fill in podcasts or blogs. And if you do it, you can add titles. It might be implant components, whatever your company does. And when you then fill this in, it's your usual what you get editor, where you can even upload files, add links, all sorts of things like that. It's a lot more powerful than things like Eventbrite that many of you have been using. And finally, you have a reports area, because this is useful for both you and for us, because in essence, when someone books these, you can see how much they have paid, what's the value, and that way we can work out how much you've been paid, how much we need to pay you. All the details are kept in place as well. That is your partner page. And overall, the partner page really makes it a powerful proposition for you. Dentinal Tubules is all about inspiring dentists. Over the last few years, dentistry has been through so much, and we have been there trying to keep the dentist enthused, energized, inspired, feeling, just protected and safe and certain in circumstances where things were difficult. In the same way, we know things are still not, stable, and companies are going through a lot of ups and downs. Our job at Tubules is to try and keep you energized, keep serving you. That's why we call you partners, because you're part of the Tubules family. We want your feedback. We want your input into how we can make this better so that we can serve you as best as we can, just the same way that we serve the Tubulites day after day. Ultimately, we're all part of the same family. We're all trying to deliver the same cause, which is inspiring dentistry. So we hope that this becomes another part of what you do, another avenue for what you do to start you on a journey towards another form of success. We look forward to hearing from you. If you do have any questions, feel free to get in touch with us, and our team will help you. Thank you.
Do you find working within dentistry can be overwhelming, challenging, and often draining? Do you feel lost and unsure where to go? Yet, you want to achieve your best and do your best. What would finding your world of dentistry make you feel? What would feeling fulfilled and inspired every day give you? What would the experience being rewarded and appreciated for what you do make you feel? What would working with a team that is inspired, together, and consistent give you? What would that step-by-step growth to limitless brilliance, day by day, in every way, no matter who you are or what you do, make you achieve? Because that is what we want, to help you find your growth. Because your brilliance is limitless. We want to do this because we care. We want to connect you to the right people who share the same hunger, the same pillars, and the same willingness to support you in your journey and celebrate your success. We want to help you define a pathway for your next stage of limitless brilliance. We want to give you the capability and skill through the power of learning, through both our huge online library of resources and the hands-on courses. We want to give you the ability to find the right place to truly unleash your potential and express your excellence. We want you to pause, reflect, and transform because we care. We want your business and team to grow. We want you to retain your teams for the long term. We want every member of your team to achieve their limitless brilliance. We want your team to contribute to the success of your practice and business because we care. We want to do this for dentistry every day, day after day, making sacrifices for the growth of the profession because we care. We want to provide support to the Tubules Foundation to build schools worldwide for the greater good of humanity, because we care. Whatever we do, your growth, your team's growth, the well-being of the profession and the greater good is at the heart of what we do. It's not about us. It's about your path to limitless brilliance. Day after day, because we care. And with that, we warmly welcome you.